ruler was Arisha. Every morning, the kingdom came to life as Arisha stood before her silver-framed portal, ready to begin the sacred rites of the glow. To others, it was just a sink and a cabinet, but to Arisha, it was the headquarters of her brilliance. The ritual of 12 steps was not for the faint of heart. Arisha moved with the grace of In the heart of a cozy house on a very ordinary street lay the most extraordinary realm of all, the Mirror Kingdom. This was the bathroom, and its undisputed ruler was Arisha. Every morning, the kingdom came to life as Arisha stood before her silver-framed portal, ready to begin the sacred rites of the glow. To others, it was just a sink and a cabinet, but to Arisha, it was the headquarters of her brilliance. The ritual of 12 steps was not for the faint of heart. Arisha moved with the grace of a chemist, dabbing, patting, and spritzing. There were serums that smelled like morning dew, and creams that felt like silk clouds. "Hydration is the shield of a queen," she would whisper to her reflection. She didn't just wash her face, she prepared it to meet the world with a radiance that could rival 1,000 light bulbs. Once the glow was secured, it was time for the Great Migration. Arisha didn't just go to the store, she made an appearance. Even a simple trip to buy vegetables required a look that screamed, iconic. She would choose her outfit with the precision of a fashion designer, ensuring that every thread complemented the dewy finish of her forehead. At the local market, the sidewalk became her runway. Arisha glided past the bins of potatoes as if she were walking at a film premiere. When she reached the stall owned by Mr. Pip, she inspected a bunch of carrots with the same intensity she used for her nightly exfoliation. Mr. Pip could only watch in awe as she turned the mundane task of grocery shopping into a masterclass in elegance. But there was a great enemy in the Mirror Kingdom, the sun. Arisha called the hours between 11 and 4, the danger zone. She stood at the front door with her younger brother Zayan, checking the sky for the fiery orb. "The UV index is a dragon, Zayan," she warned, pointing a finger at the bright sky. "And we are not here to be toasted." Arisha never faced the dragon unarmed. She deployed her secret weapon, the Sunblocker 5000, which was really just a very expensive, very thick sunscreen. She applied it until she looked slightly like a friendly ghost, then donned a hat so wide it had its own zip code. With her stylish parasol in hand, she stepped into the light, protected and invincible. One evening, disaster struck. A sudden pop echoed through the house, and the world went black. A power outage. Zayan stumbled through the hallway, but Arisha's cry was the loudest. "My ring light," she gasped. "The mirror, it cannot see me in the dark. This is a dermatological catastrophe of the highest order." In the darkness, Arisha refused to let her standards slip. She lit a single vanilla-scented candle and placed it by her beloved mirror. Even in the flickering shadows, she began her nightly routine by feel. She was a master of her craft. She could find her favorite overnight lip mask in a total eclipse. "The glow comes from within," she told the shadows, "but a little hyaluronic acid certainly helps." Zayan found her there, looking like a luminescent statue. Arisha reached out and dabbed a tiny bit of soothing aloe gel on his forehead. "You look stressed, Zayan." "The darkness is no excuse for neglected pores." Zayan sighed, but he couldn't help but smile. Her confidence was infectious. Even in a blackout, Arisha made the world feel bright. When the lights finally flickered back on, Arisha was already striking a pose. The Mirror Kingdom was restored, but the truth was that Arisha didn't need the lights. Her legend wasn't just about the creams or the hats. It was about the way she carried her own sunshine wherever she went. With a wink to her reflection and a toss of her hair, she was ready for another day of being absolutely, unapologetically Arisha.